Hey everyone, Andrikats here, and today we're gonna delve into Dragonflight Alpha, and specifically we're gonna check out Valdrakken, which serves as the new main city hub of the upcoming expansion. But before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe if you wanna see more of my content, and you can also now follow me over on Twitch, where I usually spend my time exploring Dragonflight. So we get to hang out, talk about WoW, and, have some great time. Okay, so Valdrakken can be found within Thaldraszus, the fourth and final zone we're gonna venture through our leveling experience in Dragonflight. We still don't have the actual location of the Dragon Isles in Azeroth's map, but from what I understood, it has to be close to Northrend. So I reckon it should be somewhere in the northeastern part of the map. Valdrakken seems like something unique in terms of city hubs, in my opinion. The way it's built, the functionality, the spectacular views. It's nothing like past cities like Dalaran or Oribos where, you have to go like circles and circles around until you find what you're looking for. Like, if I had to compare it with some place in WoW, I will say Zul'Dazar because of the vertical buildings and, in terms of the visual aesthetics and whatnot. It kind of reminds me of Suramar, which is one of my favorite places in-game. But still, this is so much better. I mean, for one, it has its own unique auction house building and it's available to everyone, not just engineers, which is what we used to get from past city hubs. So the auction house is right here in, I would say, like the middle of the city, and the mails are pretty much everywhere and in a very convenient spot, not like in Oribos where you have to, keep going around and around until you find one. The bank is also in a very convenient spot. It's exactly opposite of the auction house, which is like the usual thing. And you also get to have your own dragon bunker. What more terrifying than that? And he has its own duck with a top hat? Like, what are you talking about? It's like they put ducks everywhere, wherever they can at this point. At the end of the video you can tell me how many ducks you saw. Between these two buildings you can find the inn, so you could simply set your hearthstone here and be next to an auction house and bank and very close to the portals for your capital cities. You can find these portals inside this big building in the middle, so there is one to Orgrimmar and one to Stormwind. If you keep going up the stairs, you will find a teleporter, which takes you right up to the leaders of some of the dragonflights. So we've got Alexstrasza, Nosdormu, and Caligos. I wonder who will be in this spot right here. Maybe the green dragonflight leader? Or maybe the black? The leader of the black dragons? Who you think will be the leader of these two dragonflights? Let me know down in the comments section. Now you've got two options. You can either use the teleporter to go back down the building, or if you prefer, which is what I'm gonna do, you can just jump with your dragon, which is a tiny bit more fun, eh? Because honestly, what's the point of Dragonflight if you don't ride your dragons around? Now this area right here is where your profession trainers are located, so we've got mining and blacksmithing trainers next to each other, which makes sense actually. And we've also got our engineer goblin right here. I actually don't know if they will add an auction house here. I didn't see anything on Alpha yet, but we'll see. If you go down the stairs, here is a brand new system which is called the Crafters Consortium. What basically happens here is people will order some equipment and crafters will come in and fill in the said orders. I mean, that's what I understood from it. And you can see that it's divided into public, guild members only, and private orders. So, people who want to make some gold will probably hang out here a lot. Over here we've got some additional trainers for herbalism, alchemy and inscription. And in this corner right here we've also got some lovely Tuskar. They've also got a sitting duck, keeping them company, and it even has its own beanie. Wow, they really weren't joking about the whole ducks things. They're pretty much everywhere. Pakak here sells a baby duck pet as well, which we can take a look, and I mean, look at it. You don't want it for yourself? It's so cute. Toklo here, he teaches us the fishing skill. So, if you turn around, right here it's the jewel crafting trainer inside this building. And if you go down here, we've got the crafting profession trainers, the leather workers, along with tailors and for skinning. If you go inside this building, you can find a barber, along with the transmog vendor and the void storage dude. In Dragonflight, we've also got a brand new trainer, the Dragonriding one, which is Lithragosa, and you can find her right here in Valdrakken. You basically gather points by passing through some glyphs where you can find them in several locations in the Dragon Isles, and you can use them in this talent tree to increase your dragon riding skills, which eventually will make you able to fly faster and further. As you can tell by just a quick glance of the map, the city has areas with different color themes, which indicates basically each Dragonflight race. So each race will have its own dedicated space, and let's take a look at them. Because after all, this is a city dedicated to mostly dragons and Dragon King. By going clockwise, we've got the black, blue, red, bronze and green Dragonflight areas. The black Dragonflight is housing a variety of services. We've already seen the blacksmithing and the mining trainers. They've also got the PvP vendors, and in general, they've got vendors who will gladly upgrade your gear. They are obviously not available yet, but that's what Blizzard announced in their Valdrakken preview post. They've also got the training dummies that you can practice your DPS on. And that's pretty much it for the Black Dragonflight. If you keep going towards the north, you will eventually find the Blue Dragonflight's corner, where you can find dragons having a cup of tea and chit-chatting about who knows what. Also, Blue Dragonflight houses a public library available to everyone, and it comes with a black cat inside which you can pet. And to be honest, you should. They even have elementals running around and floating books, what you will normally expect from the Blue Dragonflight, which arcane magic is kind of their thing. In the most northern part of Valdrakken resides the Red Dragonflight, with pretty gardens filled with red flora, and even some unexpected things like have you ever seen a duck on a dragon before? I sure haven't, and I actually find it very ridiculous. Moving on to the south, you can find the Green Dragonflight. They've got as well some nice gardens around, and you can see that they sleep a lot. If you leave and move a bit more to the east side, you will reach the Bronze Dragonflight's corner, which has a huge hourglass in the middle because, they are watchers of the time itself. Even though there is not much going on in this particular area, I quite like it. I find it calming. Maybe it's the gold hue, maybe the kind of like sandy hourglass. I don't know, but there's something about it. Obviously, Valdrakken, it's quite big, and you might wonder, like, is it going to take you a lot of time to reach places where you want to go? But honestly, I think with enough dragon riding skill, it shouldn't be much of a problem to navigate around. From what I saw, I believe it's one of the most beautiful cities in game, and I don't know how they can top that in the future. But yeah, I'm quite satisfied with the structure and the functionality of this city. Let me know what you think of Valdrakken, and will it be enough to spend here your AFK time, or will you go back to your garrison? Valdrakken even has its own Whelp school, at which you can find some whelps doing different kind of activities, kind of like a kindergarten, I will say. To be honest, I chuckled a bit when I saw this, because it's interesting that the little whelps have to undergo a school to learn how to be a dragon and probably act like one. That was a nice addition to the Valdrakken city. As always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified when I upload. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. Good luck with whatever you're doing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!